By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what causes plants to get fungus gnats, how to treat the fungus gnats and get rid of them, and how to make sure those fungus gnats never come back ever again, because they can really annoy the crap out of you. But first things first, fungus gnats are caused by overly wet soil, or they thrive and lay their eggs in wet soil. Okay, so that's the reason why I thought this was a good time of year to make this video, because often when you have plants outside, like I do, I live in Texas, and so I'm bringing my plants, some of my houseplants I keep outside, and I'm bringing them inside only for short periods of time in the middle of the winter. They can often be wet when they're outside because you need to water them a little more often, and you bring them inside, and before you know it, there's fungus gnats everywhere. Okay, so first things first, fungus gnats thrive in overly wet soil. So the first step to getting rid of them is just to water your plants less. If you have a plant that, say, you're watering once a week, once every 7 days, try pushing it back to once every 10 days. If you have something you're watering once every 2 weeks, so every 14 days, push it back to 18 days, or even try to go the full 3 weeks and go to 21 days in between watering. Just giving it a little more time to dry out in between waterings is going to make a huge difference and make that plant less, desirable for fungus gnats to even get into in the first place. Okay, so let the plants dry out a little bit more for a few more days in between waterings, and that's going to help a lot. Okay, so second thing is the fungus gnats lay their eggs just in the top inch or so of the soil. So what you want to do is, once the plants have dried out a little bit, the soil's dried out a little bit, just kind of scrape back with your hands that top inch or so of the soil, and just kind of get any loose soil off the top, get that up and throw it outside somewhere, or throw it even in the trash. But that's going to have most of their eggs. So that's going to make a huge difference right off the bat. If you just get rid of all those eggs and let the soil dry out, you're going to be in much better shape just from that. Okay, the third step is to do a hydrogen peroxide drench of the soil. Hydrogen peroxide will kill any of the remaining eggs that are there in the soil, and it's also good for the roots in general. What I've heard is that hydrogen peroxide soil drenches will bring more oxygen into the soil, and so it will give the roots more access to oxygen, and it will make the roots healthier and make the whole plant healthier. So, I know people who do hydrogen peroxide drenches on the soil regularly, not even to treat any sort of bug issue, but it will certainly help with the fungus gnats. So if you've let the soil dry out, you have removed the top inch of soil, you've done a drench of hydrogen peroxide, which, by the way, is about 1 part hydrogen peroxide to 4 parts water. So once you do that, you're going to have gotten rid of most of the eggs, and you're going to have stopped that process right in its tracks. Okay, so once you've done that, you still may see some fungus gnats flying around, and they could get their eggs back into the soil. So you got to get rid of any fungus gnats that are still alive flying around. So there's a few things you can spray plants down with that will kill fungus gnats and will kill all sorts of bugs. So you can use neem oil, which is a tremendous natural oil that gets rid of bugs, although it does smell kind of weird. So if you're sensitive to smells, don't use the neem oil. You can use rubbing alcohol and water, and so with that, it's extremely diluted. I think you would use about 1 part rubbing alcohol to 20 parts water, or even a bigger ratio than that. But you can mix that in a spray bottle, spray the plant down with it every once in a while. So neem oil, rubbing alcohol, and the last thing that I use a lot is that Castile soap, the Dr. Bronner's soap. The peppermint is good, the lavender, all of them are good, really. That's what I use for soap in the shower. So I've always got some around. So I would say you do a ratio similar to the rubbing alcohol where it's like 1 part to 20 or maybe even less, honestly. If you have a spray bottle that's that big, just put like, you know, a half a teaspoon of this Dr. Bronner soap in. And so while using one of these mixtures is good, it's best if you have several of them and you're spraying the plant down with rubbing alcohol one day, give it a couple days, and then you're spraying it down with the Dr. Bronner soap, give it a couple days, spray it down with neem oil. That would be ideal. The more different types of treatment you use, the more successful you'll be and the more quickly it will eliminate the fungus gnats. Okay, so I would say do it every couple days, and that's going to really make a big dent on any that you see flying around. And then the last thing is those little yellow sticky notes, sticky pads, whatever they are called. You know, I'll put a link to them, but those yellow sticky pads, you can put those all around and the fungus gnats are going to stick right onto them. So you can hang them from a plant. You can just kind of stick them into the soil. You sometimes I've seen them on where they're on like little stands that they clip onto, and you can just put those all around your plants. But between spraying down with any of these mixtures we've talked about and then placing those yellow sticky trap things, that's going to get the remainder of the fungus gnats that are flying around. Okay? So if you follow all of these steps, you're definitely going to get rid of them. If you skip some of these steps, you may get rid of them, you know, and it may cut down on them. But if you do all of these, it's guaranteed to get rid of the fungus gnats. So that is about it, my people. Just follow those steps and you will have no fungus gnats. And one more thing I just thought of, when you're bringing your plants in the winter, don't bring them in when they're wet. And maybe do a hydrogen peroxide drench beforehand. So say you water your plants outside, you know, every 3 or 4 days. Whenever you think it's getting so cold that you need to bring them in, you know, you got to be looking at the weather forecast. But if it's going to get cold, say in 3 or 4 days, water all your plants with a hydrogen peroxide drench. Let them dry out for those 3 or 4 days, and then bring them inside once they're already dry. And maybe even scoop off some of that top inch of soil and throw it away before you bring them in. So if you've had trouble with fungus gnats before in the winter when you've brought plants in, just preemptively treat them. You know, give them hydrogen peroxide, let them dry out, get some of that soil off, and then bring them in. And then the chance of any fungus gnats being on there is going to be much, much less. So if you're kind of in that situation where every winter you bring your plants in and they're fungus gnats, do that. Treat them for fungus gnats before they even come inside. But other than that, I think that's about it. That is what causes fungus gnats. That is how to get rid of fungus gnats and how to make sure that you don't bring them in again next year. And I will be back next week with another great video. Thank you guys. Love you guys.
That's good enough, yeah.
Do you see the light on?
Yeah. It's on.
Alright, cool. Okay.
What was that?
A loquat?
You think it is?
Yeah, it looks like a loquat to me.
Maybe we'll get some fruit off it in the spring.
She looking cute.
Don't talk about my neighbor's tree like that. Oh wait, I forgot that. I gotta be talking into the microphone.